Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to path number 2 of 9.1.2, the science path. The nodes are going to be body block, never back down, throwdown, along with danger zone, picture of health and imperial defiance. The path defenders are going to start with Tigra and Cosmic Ghost Rider, followed by Purgatory and Warlock, and ending up with Gladiator and Kushala. Now the best champs here are going to be size champions with Furies, and champions like Hulk, She-Hulk, Silk, Captain America Infinity War. All of those champions that can get Furies easily will get unstoppable throughout the fight, so they will be the best options. Your top options is going to be Hulk, She-Hulk, Count Nefaria, and also you can bring in Scorpion with Venom synergy. Although Hulk is the cheese option, he can just run through the path very quickly. Now the boost and masteries are going to be the regular ones. Just try to boost up if you can, 10% of each. That should help you. And the boss island is going to be your Storm Pyramid X, and we are going to attempt here Silver Centurion. So stay tuned for that, and let's jump into the path. The first fight is going to be against a Tigra. I am going to use a Scorpion with Venom synergy. So you will notice every time I apply a debuff that is poison on Tigra, I get a Fury for myself, and every time I get a Fury, I also get Unstoppable that is refreshed with every Fury. Now you will notice there's also an Unblockable, so that is actually a node. So that is just like a cooldown. If you're near Tigra when the cooldown ends, she is going to get that Unblockable, and if you're away when the cooldown ends, then you get an Unblockable. So you just have to do that spacing. With Scorpion, it becomes a very quick and fun fight because you keep applying those poisons, and they also act as power sting, and the defender dies very quick. Tigra usually is very stingy throwing her specials, but with the Scorpion, because you apply that taunt, the specials are very easy to bait. Another thing is going to be that if you dash back twice, you will give defender a regen because of never back down. But if you use a striker, the striker will apply a passive heal block on the opponent. That's the only way you can heal block the opponent, and you can refresh it by the first hit of a heavy attack. And just like that, Tigra is down with the power stings. Now fight number 2 is going to be a Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now this fight is going to take a little bit because if you bring in less than ideal counter, this might take a little bit of a while. I am using a boost though. I'm using a 10% attack boost and a 10% attack and health boost, and I'm using a Silk here. What I'm trying to do is to bring in my heavy attack here so I gain a Fury, but for some reason I don't get Unstoppable. Maybe the interaction is not there with the node, something I will flag up with Kabam. But other than that, it's actually Silk works really well with this node combination because you use a heavy attack at the end of it anyway. So the first time you use a striker, you're going to apply the heal block, and then you can keep refreshing it. So the heal block stays on permanently. So here I'm going for an SP3 rotation. So I just did an intercept with 11 of those physical vulnerabilities. Now, or just threw in my SP3, medium, then medium, light, medium, and again into a 5-hit combo into a heavy attack. Look at those 26, 27, 28 into a striker, then 37 of those physical vulnerability with an SP1, and in one go he is down to 49%. Although I pushed him to an SP3, I get that will caused a bit of damage to me, but that's okay. That was a lot of damage. Going back into a huge SP2 again, right there with 2 Furies, and look at that damage with 18 of those vulnerability, and he's down to 24%. So size champions with Furies are the way to go, and if they have a built-in heavy attack in their combo, that is also great because you can keep refreshing the heal block, so you don't need to worry about the never back down. There's also picture of health, so that stops you from using size champions that have Petrify, so you cannot reduce the ability regen rate of an opponent. So the only way you can work around it is by using a striker and applying a heal block. So just here, I think Silk is going to take out Cosmic Ghost Rider, just 2% health. The last SP1 is thrown out. I'm going back in and taking him out. Now, Hulk is a crazy cheese for this path. This fight is gonna go by so fast. So every time Hulk hits the opponent, he gets those passive furies, increasing his damage up to 15, and at 15 he goes into a kind of a frenzy. But with this node combination, he gets unstoppable, so you can just go in like a freight train and keep hitting the opponent. So what I'm going to do is to build up to an SP2 with 15 of those furies, and once my rage activates, I am going to throw my SP2 that's going to apply all of those physical vulnerabilities, and then I'm going to spam my SP1, and you will see that Purgatory will be dead so quick. Hulk is just amazing. Look at that damage, down to 60%, and now I'm going in, I'm going to throw my striker in. Now with an SP1, the SP1 stun is going to stay forever, and because we are in rage and also we have our stun applied, now she is stunned for days, and I can keep hitting him until whenever I have the next striker ready. So Hulk is like a proper cheese for this part. He just destroys defenders left, right and center. Now next defender is going to be the most annoying one in the path. It is going to be a Warlock. Now with Warlock you will need some kind of an armor break champion. So that's why I brought in the Captain America Infinity War. As already I'm using a synergy with Scorpion and Venom. So Captain America Infinity War with Venom works really well and gives armor break. You can do this fight without the armor break as well, but it might take a bit of time. And with Captain America Infinity War, every time you charge a heavy, you should be getting an unstoppable. That also helps you once you parry. You can armor break the opponent, that is Warlock. Now some of the options that work really well are going to be your Red Hulk with Tarex. So the Tarex, with that synergy, with Tarex synergy, Red Hulk is going to consume one of the heat charge and apply armor break on the opponent. There's also Immortal Abomination with Man-Thing, so if he uses a heavy attack, he is going to apply armor break just like Venom on Warlock. And as usual, you can bring in Hulk. You can also use Sentry for his armor break, and there's always Count Nefaria. So all of those champions work. I just brought in my Ascended Captain America Infinity War, so I can do the armor breaks as well and do my and throw my SP2s. Notice I'm trying to reparry a lot, because the way of Captain America Infinity War works is he gets these kinetic charges, and to do maximum damage you have to have 5 kinetic charges. So with the reparry, I get 1 kinetic charge when I block him, and I get another kinetic charge when I parry him. So I'm using more of the reparry technique. So just here, Warlock is down to 26%, and I have those heal block up with the striker, and I use my heavy attack often, so I can literally keep Warlock fully heal block for the whole fight, keeping my distance when the unblockable was about to be ready. And now I'm just waiting for a reparry, hit in the block, reparry, that is 2 of those kinetic charges. So this is how I like to play against a Warlock. So again, waiting for it, reparry, 5 of them already, and because he had an armor up, I did not armor break him, he just kind of blocked me. But that is the way to go about this fight. If you bring in armor break champions, it will be faster, otherwise it will still take a bit of time. If nothing works, you can always Hulk him down if you have Hulk. So yeah, I hope this helps. Fight number 5 is going to be a Gladiator. Now he's not a difficult defender to deal with at all. I'm going to use my Scorpion and Venom synergy to get those unstoppable with every poison applied and get my damage increase. The only problem here though is to push to Gladiator to SP2, so you can evade that. I mean, you can evade both of the special, but with SP2 it does not get unstoppable and this does not take as much as of time. But if you spam his SP1s, the unstoppable will be there, and you have to wait for the unstoppable, and only then you can attack him, unless you have a She-Hulk. Now She-Hulk with her heavy attack applies slow, and she can really like ignore the unstoppable. Even with those SP1s, she will do amazing here. Now unfortunately, I don't have a 7-star She-Hulk, otherwise I would have gotten with a 7-star She-Hulk and taken Gladiator out. She would have been the perfect counter, but for now I'm just going to use Scorpion. And yes, I'm going to wait out those pesky unstoppables. I'm going to just parry during the unstoppable and just 2 mediums, and then wait for the next one, and I'm going to slowly bring down Gladiator. Again, I can throw my SP1s here, so I can apply more of those poisons. They can act as a power sting, So this is one of the best synergies, Scorpion with Venom for this path. Another good cheese option is going to be Hulk. She-Hulk is going to do amazing as well. Count Nefaria, the newest champion, will also do great with all of his furies. So take your pick, and you can take out this path quite easily with size champions. If I had a choice, I would say this is also an easy path for 9.12, but it again depends on what champions you have available. If you have some good size class champions, then definitely this is an easy path. But if you don't have them, then you are going to struggle, because you need all of those furies to do damage to the opponent. So depending on your roster, this can be categorized as an easy path. So we are down to 30%. We are using a striker every now and then. I'm not using much heavy attacks because I am applying poison. So not refreshing the heal block. I'm only using the striker in between so I can extend my combos and keep applying those poisons on top of Gladiator and let him throw the special and damage him himself. But the heal block in between also helps out. So here's another big SP1. Gonna throw an SP2 down to 5% only. Then here we go in, ending up with an SP1, and that should take out Gladiator. And to close off the path, we're gonna go again with the Hulk cheese. He is just mad amazing for this path. Right here, I don't even care if I do a parry or not, or if I avoid the special attack from Kushala or not. I am just trying to go in and do as much damage as possible before I get to 15 of those furies and I start my rage. Here we go, and just there, whoosh, SP2. Look at that damage. And now waiting for the SP2, and I go back in. Oh, look at those chunks of health going away. Again, going back in. Now I have an SP1 ready too. There we go, SP1, and I was stunned for days. And with my damage, I am able to bring down Kushala very quick. I think barely a 1 minute fight, and there you have it. The last defender is down. The boss is going to be a Silver Centurion. Now, usually I stay away from Hercules for any kind of fights, but this was fun and I thought, you know what? I can use Hercules every now and then for my video. So the nodes are going to be Static Defense, Quick Spark, Cosmic Fracture, Clean State, Unblockable Specials, and Cold Turkey. So you can only armor break, you cannot nullify the armor, otherwise you will take damage. Static Defense and Quick Spark, if there's an armor up, you get a shock on yourself, and with Quick Spark, you get Incinerate. The good thing is with Cosmic Champions, your basic attacks also armor breaks Silver Centurion, so literally any Cosmic Champion will work. I've just brought in Hercules just to have some fun, and I have up till 12 of those feats of strength ready. I'm going to throw like a big SP2 here for that crazy damage, and I even push Silver Centurion to an SP3. That's fine. I am able to kill him right after. So remember that when he will use a special attack, he will go debuff immune for 5 seconds. You have to play around it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There are only 3 more videos left in 9.1, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.